Alright, chat. I just dropped this video, and I had
Or Sukuna
I had this
is something.
segment in the beginning of it. Um, it was this segment right here. I'm just gonna explain basically what I said in there. Um, Basically, I started off by saying that I have trouble making good content in quotations for JJK, and the reason for that is because there's a difference between videos that. Okay, actually, let me see another way I can explain this. Let's look at let's look at on the right here. Let's look at this video right here, right? With the sole exception of Satoru Gojo, of course, right? Let's look at this video in comparison to uh I don't know what I want to make a comparison towards. I'm not gonna lie, but okay, let's just say this. This video right here. Why do you think this video did good? This video did good because it's a big meme in the community, and if you make a video that's positive towards something that the community agrees with, then it will do good, right? That's pretty self-explanatory, and so that's why I explained in this video that Naya took the brunt force of a whole bunch of slander during his episode with Maki, right? And I dropped the video the next week, basically in quotations slandering Naoya, but all I really did is make Naoya lose, and the video did extremely well. Obviously, because again, the main consensus in the community was Naoya is a bum. So if you make Naoya look like a bum, people are gonna watch it, right? And so the same thing was with Kurushi, bro. Kurushi, I actually put the example on the screen here. Jaded made a video. He made a video on Kurushi glazing him. And I saw this video. It wasn't even this video that I saw. It was even before that. I knew that Kurushi had a whole bunch of fans. And obviously, I'm not a fan of Kurushi. He's literally a cockroach. He's a cockroach that says, I like iron. That's his only words in the series. And people glaze him for some reason. But if I wanted a whole bunch of views, I would have been like, oh, Kurushi's the strongest curse spirit. I would make a video being like, oh yeah, Kurushi versus every curse spirit, and had him winning. Bro, get your mutt, man. This guy just like, Janine, get your mutt. What's he doing? Yo, that boy, bro, he keeps slipping down, bro. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, I would have made a video glazing Kurushi, being like, oh yeah, Kurushi can solo every curse spirit. I don't think Kurushi can beat any disaster curse. So obviously I'm not about to make that video, right? Like, but yeah, that would have been bro. Can you guys imagine if I actually made that video, bro? Come on. But again, like I literally can't make a video that I'm just gonna lie about. You know what I mean? But if I lied about things every week, bro, do you know how much videos I would be dropping, bro? I can't. Bro, the Kurushi video, let me think. What's another fight that happened? I would be making like Gojo v Sukuna videos. Oh my gosh, you guys understand how much views I would get for saying Gojo v Sukuna, bro? Oh, bro, I'm not about to do that, but bro, the fandom freaking loves that. They eat that up, right? And so, of course, Modulo Yuji Glaze is in that same exact category, bro. Guys, do you understand how crazy of a feat this is? I'm going to explain this in depth. 100 dropped this video. It got 500k views in like a week. It got demonetized. He re-uploaded the same video and got 400k views. You literally can't even make that up. This is a re-upload, and it got almost the same amount of views as the original upload. That's how crazy the Modulo Yuji Glaze is, right? And so when I make a video, literally putting it into question if Modulo Yuji is that strong, of course I'm gonna get brainless. Okay, let me not let me let me not say that. I'm going to get people who just mindlessly glaze. Okay, I'm not gonna call them mindless, but they mindlessly glaze, right? an example of this that has happened before is my Maki versus Yuki video, right? I already made a Yap video on that. That thing pissed me off, right? Because in the video, I had like a 8-minute, it was an 8-minute span of me explaining adjusting your curse energy to someone's attack. I explained it in depth. I gave so many examples. And I'm looking in the comments. And these people, they they already have the conclusion that, yeah, Yuki will beat Maki no matter what. So whatever I'm saying, it just goes in through one ear and out the other, bro. It does not matter what I'm saying. It doesn't matter the amount of evidence I give. They have their conclusion, and whatever I'm saying is glazed, and it's just not true, bro. And what's another example? Yuta is humble. Oh my god. Yuta is humble is a big propaganda that came in. You say anything against that, they will crumble, first of all, because again, like, it's not true in the story. It's not consistent. It's literally something someone made up and people just ran with it. You go against it. They won't listen to you. And then they'll like try to pivot it and then like just completely ignore everything you say. I explained it in depth on why Yuta isn't humble many times before. I don't need to do that again. What's another example? Before we get into these comments where, you know, we got the people just not really listening to the video and just sticking with their interpretation without, you know, having an open mind. What's another example? Another example, I couldn't say Gojo versus Sukuna because that's not something I personally dealt with. Because again, like the Yuta is humble thing and the Yuki thing is something that I'm directly tackling. I guess the Kashimo thing. The Kashimo thing I've been dealing with for the past like month and a half, where, you know, I put on the screen over and over again. It's kind of crazy. I can't stress enough how much times I put on the screen Hikari literally bitching Kashimo, like Hikari bent him over his knee and started elbowing him. I literally put that on the screen so many times, and despite me putting that there and literally like it's just undeniable proof that Jackpot Hikari, when he tries, just outstats Kashimo. And no matter how many times I put that on the screen, they still just cope in my comments, and it's like, why? Right? Like, bro, like he just is undeniable. There's literally nothing to go against it. Like, it's either they literally just ignore it and continue coping in my comments, or they just come up with lies. But it all it all doesn't matter. Because it doesn't delete the fact that this happened in the series. It literally happened. You cannot do anything about it, right? It's just, you know, when people come to a conclusion, whatever you say, if it's not the majority opinion, you're going to they're just gonna ignore everything you say, and 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get ratioed as well. I talk about ratios a lot because ratios, it's a funny concept, right? Because it's like, it shows you that so many people agree with that person, right? That's why I emphasize ratios a lot. Let me think of a good example. A good example is, I'll give you guys a good example, right? Because I'll give you guys an example of why it doesn't matter, right? In the grand scheme of things. But at the same time, okay, let me just I'm gonna give you guys a good example on why ratios don't matter, right? Let's say, for example, on Fortnite, right? My favorite players are Peterbot and Reed, right? And let's say, for example, someone's cooking Reed on Twitter. They're like, oh, Reed sucks and yada yada yada, right? And let's say Reed, not really Reed, but let's say the person cooking Reed is like actually has factual evidence, not factual, but you know, some evidence to back it up. I'm a fan of Reed, right? I'm a fan of Reed. I don't care. I don't care, right? I don't care about what you're saying. And so if someone reply being like, oh, you're D-writing or something like that, yeah, I'm gonna like that comment. And so if they ratio the guy that came in with the evidence, you can see that it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter that he got ratio, because at the end of the day, the guy had evidence, right? But what it also shows is that there's a lot of people that just that support it. You know what I mean? So in regards to this, if I get ratioed in my comments, it's because people are fans of Modulo Yuji. It's not because I'm wrong or anything. It's because there's a whole bunch of people who agree with that. They agree that, oh yeah, Modulo Yuji is supposed to be this strong. It doesn't matter what I'm saying. Hey, I have this opinion, and I'm sticking with it, right? And you know, it is what it is. I can't get mad at people agreeing with that. What I can get mad at is people literally commenting in my, literally commenting, ignoring what I'm saying, and hating. And we'll get to that, because there's one guy in my comment section that I didn't fully read, because I was like, yeah, I'm turning this into a yeah video. But yeah, overall, this video, I went through everything. All right, I didn't say anything bad. I literally said that Yuji might actually be top 1. I talked about his narrative at the end of the chat, at the end of the video. You know, I just said he's not soloing Gojo and Sukuna. Simple as that. So let's go into these comments. Let me refresh, because I don't know how long I've been yapping. How much? 10 minutes? Okay, yeah, there's probably more comments by now, right? Let's be for real. Okay. Let me close my door real quick, chat. Alrighty. Let's see these comments, man. Yuji consoles. Let me see if someone replied. Someone new replied. Nah, they're just arguing over there. Can I move this, bro? Because I can't see these comments. Bro, am I bugging right now? Why? Wait. Let me see if this works. It does not, bro. Why can't I? How did I set up my mic before, bro? I literally can't read these comments. What the hell? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so this comment right here, this is an example. He didn't hate on me, right? So I'm not gonna hate on him or anything. But this is an example of it's just dick riding, bro. Honestly, bro. Look, I made a video. In the video, I explained it actually. Let me see if I can find the direct quote. Let me see. He can't do it. Sense of absence. Just because we don't see Sukuna doing something doesn't mean that occasions and assume that he can do them at the same time. I already told you guys how Sukuna's full power slashes would have one-shot Yuji, Ryu, and Yuta. I already showed you guys that Sukuna can use Shrine without moving. And I already showed you guys Sukuna destroying buildings. Right? Literally I had a section in the video where I was like, yeah, he can do the same thing, because I've showed you guys 3 different examples of him doing it. Literally, it's oh my gosh, bro. I can't even, it's just so insane I have to explain this. All you need to do to prove that he can do this is show that he can do dismantles without moving, and that he has strong enough dismantles to do anything like this. And I simply did that. Alright? I simply did that. He can shoot dismantles without moving, and his dismantles can one-shot Yuta, Ryu, and Yuji. It's as, bro, do I have to say anything more? Do I? What? But then, he's replying in my comments, shooting a single dismantle without moving your hand, and dicing an entire area without moving is different. I literally said, you don't... What is this reply? I just don't understand. And 13 people liked it. It's bro, what are you liking here? I don't get it. I don't understand. Let me see if someone replied to me. No one replied to me. What I'm saying, bro. Okay. Bro, ZMB, I'm with you, bro. What is he talking about, bro? Like, clearly it's not the same. What the, bro? Let's see. Bro, why the why can't Sukuna shoot these amount of slashes at the same time? Why? What the fr- Bro. Like, bro, if you literally see him, you see him use waffles to in different, like, what's that word? Different shapes, not shapes, sizes. Like waffles in different sizes. And if a waffle is bigger or smaller, it means they're different slashes. So if he see that he can literally alternate between them, why can't he do the same? Like, it's just it's mental gymnastics, bro. It's like, bro, what the hell are we talking about here, man? What are we talking about? We don't need to see Sukuna shooting these amount of slashes because we know he can alternate the amount of slashes. There's nothing to suggest that he can't go beyond the amount of slashes we've seen him do. Like, I explained it with like this guy, bro. He's literally these comments, but like to a worse extent. It's ridiculous, bro. This guy is, yeah, he's hilarious. That's all I'm gonna say. This is Glaze. This is just like this comment is just Glaze. I already know he don't think Yuji is top 1. This is just pre-Glaze, bro. I literally didn't even say anything about that. Like, this is pre-Glaze, bro. This already, oh, no. I'm already, you know what? I'm going into here thinking Yuji's top 1, and he doesn't think he's top 1, so I'm gonna clown him in the comments, bro. Shh. I already saw this. This is whatever. What? Bro, these kinds of comments piss me off. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I made it, bro. Bro, he quoted like, oh my gosh. If you guys watch the video, this comment right here, I said, bro, the entire point was that if you destroy a whole bunch of cursed spirits, a whole bunch of smoke comes up, right? And, oh my gosh, I literally said that. And then a second time, I said, I said it in a different way, right? Which was like, it was the wrong way. But no, again, exercising a curse creates a whole bunch of dust and smoke. Bro, like, I literally said it wrong. I said it wrong the second time, but you get what I mean, bro. I literally said, like, I explained it before. Hey, like, bro, what is this? What's the point of this comment, bro? Is it like to get me, like, to get a gotcha, bro? Like, I don't get it, bro. I literally explained. I'm talking about a whole bunch of curses, okay? And then the second time I say, oh yeah, when you kill a curse, it makes a whole bunch of smoke, bro. Like, oh no, I disagree. Bro, nigga, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Get the hell out of my comments, bro. Yo, you see what I'm saying? Like, bro, what are y'all doing in my comment section, bro? Bro, this is so insanely, like, unproductive, bro. No productivity with this comment, bro. Zero. I'm looking for this one comment, bro, because, yo, goodness gracious, bro. I don't know what this is talking about. Where is the comment at? Where is it? just mindless dick riding, bro. Okay. Okay, so where is it? Yuji isn't stronger because he lacked on-screen feats, coming from a Mihawk fan, right? The point of this comment is, I'm a Mihawk fan, right? I think Mihawk is stronger than Shanks, and he doesn't have, he literally doesn't have the feats, in quotations, to back it up. The reason why I think Mihawk is stronger than Shanks is because it's literally just stated. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's stated. With Yuji, he literally doesn't have a statement saying he solos Sukuna and Gojo at the same time, or a statement saying he is the strongest sorcerer of all time. There is not. Mihawk is literally stated in the story and in a data book that he is the strongest swordsman in reality and title. I'm not even joking, bro. There is no arguments to be had, right? But for Yuji, bro, he literally doesn't have the feats. He just does not. So I don't even know what this guy's talking about. You see, bro, I'm getting rage baited. This is a new comment. I didn't see it from before. Where did it go? Right here. Like, what are we talking about? This is so, like... Isn't portrayal and narrative scaling supposed to be your whole thing? I guess, bro. Where is it, bro? Okay, this is the comment right here, but I saw this. It's funny how you completely ignore the fact which set Yuji apart from Gojo and Sukuna. Both Gojo and Sukuna can kill any special grade curse without any effort, as you shown in the video. He's playing with Jogo, same he was playing with the Finger Bearers. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if it's a special grade or a grade 4 curse. A full power Sukuna and Gojo and Yuji can kill them without even looking at them. Maybe. What differentiates Yuji is that the skill of the attack, that single dismantle, is 5 to 6 kilometer radius bare minimum. And it's just a casual dismantle. Show me when and where Sukuna and Gojo perform a feat like that. Where it is single dismantle, a single blue or red, reaching the range of that scale. It's just absurd. You would completely ignore that. Okay. Okay. Why do slashes, bro? Okay. Wait. I'm so. These points are so like. They're nothing. First of all, what, bro, chat. I'm literally losing my mind right now, bro. I'm like. I just don't understand the levels of glaze, the levels of dick riding I'm seeing right now, bro. What, bro? Ugh, bro, okay, let me chill out. Okay, first of all, what the fuck does the range have to do with anything? What does it have to do with anything, guys? Why does it matter? Why? Why does the range matter compared to them, bro? And like, again, he's asking for these feats. Why the fuck would Sukuna or Gojo be needing to do anything like that? Why are you asking for these feats? Okay, I just realized what I wanted to say in the video that I didn't completely get the thought. I said in the video that the Twitter guy, he was asking for these feats, and I asked why would they need to do that, right? And the reason why I asked that was because they're acting like Sukuna or Gojo was in the same exact situation as Yuji, and they couldn't do it. But they were not. They weren't in the same exact situation as Yuji. Only Yuji was in the... You know what I mean? Only Yuji had to destroy a whole bunch of cursed spirits in a row. And so he had to shoot that long-range dismantle. And I'm asking, Why would Sukuna or Gojo do that if they're not in that situation? So why are you asking for that exact same feat? It makes no sense. Let me think of an example for you guys, because I completely understand what I mean. I hope you guys understand what I mean, but I'll bring up an example. Boom. I'll give you guys an example right here, right now. I know you guys know the very iconic Dame Time buzzer beater, right? Where he shot that three deep, like from the, I'm pretty sure it was from the half court, right? Let's say he does that, right? And then let's say honestly, let's just say any competent 3-point shooter that's over Dame Time, like that's over Damian Lillard all time, right? Let's say they don't shoot from half court, right? And then some Damian Lillard dick rider asks you, "Oh, show me." Like, let's say for example, Curry wasn't shooting from half court or full court, right? And he's literally just, because obviously he isn't the best 3-point shooter because of his half court shots or his full court shots. Obviously, right? It's because of how much 3-pointers he be shooting, right? Let's literally delete all of his half court and full court shots because they don't matter for his legacy, right? Delete all of that. Some Damian Lillard dick rider is gonna be like, "Oh, show me Stephen Curry shooting from half court, contested, shooting from half court contested, and making it on a buzzer beater," and then you're gonna be like, "You're trying to use that to put him over Curry, even though Curry wasn't in that position." Like what level of dick riding is that? Why do you need Curry to do that? We've literally like what? Why do you need Curry to do that? We know he's more consistent with his 3-pointers. He is the best 3-point shooter of all time. You don't need to see him shooting from half court to know that, oh yeah, he could probably do that, right? Why do you need that from, like, bro, they're not in the same situation. This is like grade A dick riding, bro. I don't get it. I don't get this point. You probably saw me like skipping a couple comments because they said the exact same point. I just didn't expect this guy to say it. But this is crazy, bro. Why do they go through such loops and holes to just freaking glaze, bro? I don't get it. Why does Sukuna or Gojo need to do that? They don't need to. They're not in that fucking situation. Damn. Anyways, yes, I'm gonna completely ignore that because it doesn't matter. Second point. In Maito's domain, Yuji performing this method like Sukuna where he doesn't even move, but this time around, he completely cut down a few hundred radius of the Soul's realm Shibuya. Did ever Sukuna or Gojo did something like that even once? The output and the range is absurd for Yuji, and you again completely ignore that fact. Bro, again, first, no, not even again. I didn't ignore that fact, right? I literally said, first of all, we don't see a full power Sukuna use Shrine for real. Because the only time we see a full power Sukuna is against Gojo, where Shrine is useless, right? And so, like, when would he be able to do anything like that? And he doesn't need to, because I already proved. Wait, why am I explaining this again? You guys watch this video, right? If you guys are following my words, you can understand that I don't need to explain this again, right? I don't need to explain this again. I'm not going to explain it again. You completely ignore that fact. When Yuji used Piercing Blood attack, he turned it into multiple homing Piercing Blood. That breaks the laws of Piercing Blood itself. Piercing is not supposed to move like that. It's a high velocity straight line attack. For being a straight line attack is so powerful, but Yuji kept the power and velocity, and it turned into a homing multi-directional attack. Enough control that it will only damage not. Can you ignore that fact? What Choso did is not a Piercing Blood. It's a normal blood attack like arrow. At this point, your video felt like you forcefully downplaying Yuji and ignoring feats that actually set Yuji apart from others. Okay. So, the Piercing Blood thing, I already gassed that. That's like literally unmatched, right? But like, is this not dick riding, bro? What Choso did is not a Piercing Blood in Shibuya. It is a normal blood attack like arrow. Bro. Does it matter? Right? I don't know if it was a Piercing Blood or not, but does it matter? It literally is the exact same attack. I hope you guys understand that. Do you guys see, bro? Do you guys see the lengths of the dick riding? Do you guys see it? Like, I'm not bugging right now, right? You guys can see it, right? I'm not the only one looking at this, right? Like, this is crazy dick riding, bro. Bro. Like, okay, hold on. Let's go see. Oh my gosh, I'm just so, like, I'm so tired, bro. And I didn't even get to, like, the main event. So, first of all, we see convergence right here. Right? We see convergence, and we see piercing attacks. You can tell I'm getting a little bit like bored, bro. Like, let's just get to the main event, bro. I'm over this shit, bro. Holy shit. Actually, there's 3 comments I want to react to. I want to see this real quick. Okay, so this is the main event right here. After this, oh, whatever, bro. Anyways, bro, okay, I read this first part. I read these. I was like, yeah, this is ChatGPT, right? First of all, right? I didn't even notice this, by the way. I literally only look. I didn't even notice this, but this is for sure ChatGPT now. Now I know it, right? Now I know this is for sure ChatGPT. But before that, I read this and I was like, oh yeah, this is ChatGPT. So he says, bro, this video is definition of extreme bias. You're out here calling calling other people LARPers who can't read. Okay. I have to make this clear. I actually made a post about this. Talking about how annoying it is seeing people say that people can't read or people are LARPers, right? I hate that shit. You know why? It's because they say it's, oh my god, it's like people will say that for things that like it makes sense for someone to forget. You know what I mean, bro? I could have said, I literally had a moment in this video where I literally showed that the guy did not know what he was talking about, right? He said that the curses that Yuji shot down were strong. And I literally showed a statement where it was the complete opposite. I'm not even joking. The statement was that only curses under grade 2 would run away, right? So grade 3s and grade 4s. Literally the exact opposite of what he was saying. And I could have said, oh yeah, he's a LARPer or he can't read. But I'm not going to say that because obviously not everybody's going to remember that statement. Not everybody's going to. It makes sense to forget that. But a regular person, they would be like, LARP, oh, you can't read. Like, it's so fucking annoying, bro. I literally said, I only say the reading comprehension stuff when people who are wrong complain about other things. Bro, it's so annoying, bro. It's like this. I never call people LARPers or have reading comprehension unless they're literally complaining, like they're like dissing JJK over something they did not research, or if they're the ones saying it first, right? But overall, I just hate that thing, and I don't know where he's getting this from. Clearly, this is ChatGPT, right? It has to be, because I never said this in the video, never, right? First off, let's be real about the curses. Those were grade 2s, not grade 3s and 4s. This is where I like literally clicked off. I was like, I read this and I was like, oh, okay. So either this is ChatGPT or this guy's just literally he's just dick writing, right? Because there's a statement in the story, and yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't even have to explain it anymore. You guys can see it, right, with your own 2 eyes that this is very this is a very dumb statement, right? You guys can see it. I don't have to explain that, right? You're brushing off the fact that Yuji wiped out over 1,000 of them with a single dismantle. You're trying to claim it was just dust and smoke as cope to hide the raw output difference. Difference in what? You see what I'm saying? Like, this has to be ChatGPT. What do you mean? Raw output difference. Huh? Raw output different, bro. Like, difference in what? Anyone actually pay attention sees it for what it is, pure power. That is ChatGPT. Oh my gosh. Bro, we have ChatGPT, Monkey Fan, Kashimo Fan, and Yuji Fan. Oh! And the Mahito take, calling Mahito weak just to diminish Yuji is straight up embarrassing. Yeah, that's ChatGPT right there. Yuji one-shotting him inside of his own domain without even trying is a massive feat, period. Stop using Sukuna could do it argument as a shield. We are talking about Yuji's feat, not your headcanon about what Sukuna might do if he felt like it could is not did. The level of Sukuna glazing in this video is insane. You hold Yuji to an impossible standard of show me every single show me every single show me what? Oh my god. Chat. Bro, okay, bro, you guys have to understand how ridiculous of a statement this is. Chat. Oh my gosh. I'm becoming lightheaded, bro. Oh my gosh. Chat. I'm holding Yuji to an impossible standard of show me every single detail. Even though I'm the bro. Oh my gosh, I can't even explain it correctly because this is such a ridiculous comment. Guys, how can I hold Yuji to an impossible standard and and ask for every detail if I'm not the one scaling him? I'm not scaling him. I'm literally putting into question what I'm seeing. What? I never claimed that. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh. What? Bro. Okay, let me explain it better because I didn't explain it correctly. For this to work, it would be if I was to say, if I was on the Yuji side talking about Sukuna, right? And I was like, oh, Sukuna can't do all these things. And I'm holding Sukuna to an impossible standard of show me every single detail because, you know, Sukuna has never done what Yuji did in Shibuya. Or Sukuna has never killed a whole bunch of cursed spirits in a row. Right? That's where it would work. But there is, like, I'm not scaling Yuji to Sukuna. I'm not. The video isn't even about that. I literally had a point in the video where it was like, I cannot scale Yuji like I usually do. Because there's not that much. What? Are we freaking serious? What's up? ChatGPT, bro, 3 comments. I replied, he replied, but who's the other reply? So I said, give me a timestamp of me saying someone can't read or call him someone a larper. He can't, right? Because I didn't do it. And I'm not reading the rest of your comment after you said the grade 2 thing. You're clearly fried. Yeah, like, are you kidding me? Like, what? Fine. Let's say they were lower than grade 2, even if we take that feat off the table. My point about your Sukuna bias remains untouched. You're using a minor correction to dodge a real argument because you don't have a counter for the hypocrisy. What hypocrisy, bro? What hypocrisy? What do you mean? If you're going to wait. If you're going to make a video titled about reading comprehension, okay, clearly he put into okay. I just cracked the code. Xerox here put into ChatGPT that my video was about some guy not being able to read, and ChatGPT thought that the title was something about reading comprehension. That's clearly what happened here. Wow. And he gave me another freaking ChatGPT reply over here. As for the can't read part, you spent half the video mocking the reading comprehension of anyone who scales Yuji above Sukuna. Did I? Did I do that, chat? Did I do that? I don't remember me doing that. No, I didn't. Let's not play dumb. That is you calling people illiterate for having a different take. Oh, you know what? You know what's so funny? Wait, ChatGPT. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait. He probably like put the transcript and ChatGPT didn't notice that I was quoting the other guy who said that people can't read if they put Sukuna over Yuji. Oh crap. Maybe that's what happened here, right? You're hyper-focused on reading comprehension until someone actually reads your script. Oh, he just admitted it. He just admitted that. He just gave it to ChatGPT. Points out that your whole argument is built on hypothetical Sukuna could do it headcanon. We're not even seeing 10% of Yuji's output. Where did you get that from? 10% of Yuji's output. Keep glazing the king of curses if you want, but the gap is closing and your excuses are getting thinner. The gap is closing. This is so ChatGPT. Bro, modulo ended. What do you mean the gap is closing? If you want a real debate, you know what, chat? Get the fuck away from my channel, bro. Never comment on my shit again. Honestly, bro. Wow. That's crazy. So, let's read 2 more and then I'll end the video. Yuji is still least above Sukuna, bro. It's not even funny how much you are glazing Sukuna. Your argument is basically Sukuna can also do that. Sukuna can also do this. Dude, I don't know why people forget that this isn't Dragon Ball or something. Every attack in JJK is sorcery. Why do we forget this? Every attack is basically a spell. Don't clown me if I couldn't find another word. That has a chant activation method. That omnidirectional slash is such an insane feat because you don't understand how complex and difficult that would be. Why would it be complex or difficult, bro? Right? Like, we know he can do waffle slashes. We know he can shoot slashes without moving, right? Like, you know, like, I don't really understand, you know? He is essentially manipulating and constructing his curse energy in such a precise way that he unleashes an attack that already scales to Sukuna's giant waffle slash with ease, not even a hand sign. Did Sukuna ever use a hand sign for his waffle slash that he was using in 16 Frames Sukuna? I mean, did Sukuna use a hand sign for the waffle slash while he was weakened? No. The answer is no, by the way. And you're comparing that to a single Sukuna slash that he used without his arms. Be so for real, bro. Your bias for Sukuna is insane. Also, he has the same level of proficiency with blood manipulation. Do you know how devastating full power attacks would be? Imagine fusing the 2 techniques to create something similar to an imaginary technique. The guy has been getting stronger for years. The dude is so strong, mind you. He isn't even older than Sukuna right before he died. Nah, I'm not gonna hide him from my channel, bro. I'm not. I'm not gonna hide him from my channel, bro. But he's closing on it, bro. I'm not even about to like. Yeah, this is just just another dick running comment. So this is the final one I want to talk about. I had a part in my video where I talked about how Yuji did not create 2 explosions because it was actually Yuji and Surika, and I didn't explain it, right? I thought I needed to, but and then I was like, actually, we're months removed from that feat. I think everybody realizes that wasn't Yuji, right? And then we still have people like that. Holy LARP. From when I saw this, I was like, okay, maybe this guy's trolling, right? Because there's no way he genuinely replied to my thing with holy LARP, right? I hope he genuinely did not do that. At this point, you're just proving you didn't read Modulo because the very next panel shows that Tsurugi doesn't even unsheath his sword yet. So he didn't make any of those explosions. Before we get into what he's talking about, does he know that Soul Split Katana doesn't have a sheath? Or is he forgetting, you know? Did you know what I'm saying? Like, does he not remember that? I don't know. He was impressed by the thing Yuji just pulled off. Read the damn manga. Wait, what? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? He was impressed, huh? He replied to me 3 times. What the frick? Okay. And what proves what? Guys, I replied, I didn't explain it in the video because I didn't think people like you existed. When Tsurugi went for his second slash on Maru, did he not go back into the same position again, or are you gonna ignore that? Okay, let me put it up actually. How long are we into this? 44 minutes. Goodness gracious, bro. Oh crap! I clicked the wrong one. So chat, basically, I'm going to pre-fire it, right? I'm gonna pre-fire the explanation for this. Wait, is it chapter 20 or 19? It's chapter 20. I'm gonna pre-fire this. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened off the top of my head, right? Because obviously, you know, I never read the manga, you know? I gotta read the damn manga. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Surika, right? Surika, this guy right here. Surika and Maru are fighting. Yuji pulls up to a building. A whole bunch of curses are fleeing from Deborah versus Mahoraga. and they're coming towards Maru and Surika. Maru's back. Okay, the curses are at Maru's back, and Surika is facing Maru, right? So Surika is facing the curses. That's basically what I'm trying to say, right? And then Surika pulls out Soul Split Katana. He charges up an attack. Maru's like, what's he trying to do? And then he turns around and sees a whole bunch of curse spirits coming towards him. And he's like, stop. Surika goes for a slash. It blows up a whole bunch of curse spirits. And Yuji at the same time shoots a slash and blows up a whole bunch of curse spirits. We literally see Yuji and Surika side by side. And then the explosions side by side in the next page, right? And then Surika is back in the same position. But here's the kicker. Surika goes for a second slash. Slashes at Maru. And then Surika goes back into the same position again, off screen. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm saying, and you're going to understand, okay? Get it together, bro. Come on. I'm trying to wrap this up, bro. Okay. Surika and Maru are fighting, right? Look at this. Pulls out Soul Split Katana. Maru turns around, and the cursed spirits are coming towards him, right? What is he trying to do? In the other translation, it says, where is he aiming? Right? And there's literally no way aiming wasn't in the kanji for them to literally put that in the thing, right? So, you know, where is he aiming? What is he trying to do? He's in position. He's in position right here, right? Maru turns around. Yuji sees curses as well. Both of them literally go for... I don't even know why this panel exists. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the depths of the Yuji dick riding is crazy. Like, why does this panel exist? Why does he have to be here if Yuji's the only one doing an attack? You know what I mean? Like, it's just... It's mental gymnastics, the dick ride, you know? Why is this panel here? This isn't even my argument, but I'm asking you directly. If you actually think that this was Yuji doing both of these explosions, why is this panel here? Why is Surika here? If Yuji's the only one doing an attack, why is Surika here? I'll tell you why. It's because both of them were doing an attack, right? And then they both shoot in attacks, right? The reason why people don't think that Surika did it was because he's back in his thing, right? But guess what? They go for another attack. Oh, no. They're back in the... No. Okay, so Surika didn't shoot an attack then. Surika didn't shoot an attack. Even though we see Surika shoot an attack, he's back in the same direction, off screen. Oh, no. Yeah, he didn't do it. No, it wasn't his attack. No. He didn't shoot one. You guys gotta get what I'm saying, right? I hope I'm conveying the stupidity of this correctly. Basically, he shoots an attack over here. He gets back into the same position. He shoots an attack over here, and he gets back into the same position. And people are trying to use this as a debunk to this, even though we literally see the exact same thing happen twice. It's just ridiculous, honestly. So let's see what he says in response to me literally showing. I showed him exactly where to look. Look at the slash and look at him go back into the exact same position again. It's the exact same position. And what proves that? When it gets animated in 20, we might get an answer, but provided Yuji, are you gonna make... Bro, it's because, like... Wait, what is he... What? I don't get what he's saying by what proves that. But, bro, You're not gonna cover what makes the entire video you are trying to convey into the video based on that? What would... Oh, what proves that? Oh. I think he's talking about me saying that I didn't think people like you existed. It's because, like, bro, I don't think I have to explain such obvious things. You know what I mean? Like, how far are we in, bro? I'm not trying to get this to an hour, but I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, I assume that, you know, people by now understand that Yuji did not do this. I thought that was pretty obvious, right? And I, again, like some I'm not like it is a flaw of mine. I don't explain everything, right? Because, bro, my videos are long already. Can you imagine if I actually explain everything I wanted to explain, bro? Come on, there's no way I'm dropping videos, bro. And so I assume, like, okay, you know, most people are gonna understand what I'm saying. There's gonna be like a select few dick riders who not gonna understand, and I don't care, right? So that was my entire thing. Oh, he commented the same thing. Not unsheathing the sword. There is no sheath on the sword, by the way. I don't understand why he means unsheath, bro. I don't know. Was that it? Was that it? Holy LARP, this thing. Let's see. The range, area of effect. Yeah, bro. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video, bro, because initially I wanted to say, oh, the JJK dick riding epidemic, or the JJK glazing epidemic, but also that was a ChatGPT comment, so I'm not gonna lie, like I might have to name it ChatGPT Yuji Fan. It depends on which video. It depends on my whims, honestly, bro. Let me know your thoughts in the comments though.